What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It, episode number 2. Jimmy Butler is going to sign with the Miami Heat, sign and trade. As I'm saying that, the Philadelphia 76ers have just acquired, I think. Let me just go over this because we're going to lose Jimmy Butler to the Miami Heat, but I may have some breaking news because it might not all be bad. It might not all be bad. Hold on one second. Okay. So we lost Jimmy Butler, but we acquired Al Horford, and we're signing him to a 4-year, $109 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. So this was going to be a sad moment at first, but now that we got Horford, but at the same time, I wanted Jimmy Butler back. I don't really know what to say right now because I was coming onto this stream thinking about being a downer. But now that we signed Horford, it kind of spin around just a little bit because Horford adds a dimension that, you can replace, I guess, that Jimmy Butler had, but you just got rid of. It's just weird, trying to figure out, how to digest this. Not because I was coming on here getting ready to say goodbye to Jimmy Butler, and I didn't know who we're going to replace him with, but yeah, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions? David Ross is obviously watching Agree to Disagree on Facebook. What's up, David? What's up, Joe Madden? Joe Madden, how you doing? Rocky Major said we got Al Horford and Josh Richardson. Yeah, I mean, they're good players. I'm going to miss Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler was the most definitely the most clutch player on this team. I thought he was the best player in the playoffs for us last year. And it's definitely a stinger. To me, it's a stinger because – you needed to keep a guy that was as clutch as Jimmy Butler. He was our best player in the postseason last year, and I don't know what Josh Richardson's going to bring to the table. I really don't. And I just knew what I was getting out of Jimmy Butler, and I don't know what I'm getting from Josh Richardson. So, yeah, Eagle lifer. I don't know what his thought process was when it comes to joining the Miami Heat. I don't know. I don't know. It's a big problem to me because you say you want to win a title, you say you want to do all these things, but your thought process is let's go to Miami with a team that's unproven, very young, and you have, 4 or 5 years left? It's just very dumb. And it's just, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's just really, really weird. But Eagles of One says Butler's a moron. He's going to make a lot of money, so whatever. It's just I don't know why he'd go to Miami. I just don't know. So, what are you guys' thoughts and opinions on this? Right now I'm speechless because we did get Horford. I was coming on here to be a little bit negative about the whole situation, but at the same time we did get Horford, so I'm not as unhappy, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know what to make of it because it's still the same. You really wanted to keep Jimmy Butler, but what can I say? I don't know. It's a weird situation as a Sixers fan, and I'm actually gonna have to edit the title of this because we did get Al Horford. We did, and as a Sixers fan, I can't be disappointed. I cannot be disappointed in that. That's a guy that killed us for years, and welcome aboard, Al Horford. I'm very happy that we got you to replace Jimmy Butler. But you're really going to replace Jimmy Butler. That's the thing. That's the thing I just don't know. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just I don't know. Sixers got sign Al Horford. I guess I'll put it out of that. How do you spell it? I don't fucking know. Horford. Okay, sweet. All right. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Episode 2. Time's yours. This is your guys' show. Say whatever you want. I'll bring it up. I'll discuss it. This is episode 2. All right. Patrons fan 12 says, as a Celtics fan, Horford is a solid player, but he ain't no Butler. Horford does the little things well, but his age will catch up with him at the end of the contract. Age will catch up with anyone at the end of a 4-year, 5-year contract. Nobody lives forever. Nobody plays forever. The good thing out of this is that, yes, losing Jimmy Butler sucks, But at the same time, you're acquiring a piece that killed you for years. All right. Horford destroyed us for years, and now we have him. So that's an asset. All right. So I can't be all upset about, losing Jimmy Butler. I can't be upset about it. It sucks that we're losing him, but at the same time, we did acquire a piece that will provide us wins, in my opinion. So I can't be as upset as I wanted to be. I just don't know. I just don't fucking know. And I'm gonna talk to Tom right now. Yeah, Tommy. I actually I'm on my YouTube channel right now because who was it? It was Greg. Wait, all right. So yeah, Tommy, I'm actually on my YouTube channel right now talking about it. Greg brought up the Woj bomb. I gave him all the credit in the world, and I was actually going on my stream to really point out that losing Jimmy Butler sucks. But then I saw that Al Horford got signed, and then I was like, you know what? That's not actually a bad thing because he killed us for years, and now we acquired him, so he won't be going against us anymore. And now we acquired an asset. It sucks losing Jimmy Butler. And I know you're going to say, oh, you're not going to agree with this, but at the same time, I do like that Horford signing, but losing Jimmy Butler sucked, man. But yeah, Sports Hounds, 8 p.m. Mondays. Me, Rob Brinkman, Brad Ryer, and Frank Vespi on the ones and twos. Tom, if he's back from Georgia, will join us A2D Radio tomorrow night. That was my boy Tom. He runs A2D. He's a platform. He's a very good guy, and check us out. Check us out tomorrow. A2D. We have a lot to talk about. It's A2D Radio and A2D Live on Facebook. We're not back on YouTube yet. We will be. I have something else to say. Hold on. Yo, Tommy, I didn't get suspended for spam and stuff. I got suspended for for arguing political talk with this one bitch online. That's why I got suspended. It had nothing to do with spam and anything. But tomorrow, Rob's going to have to share the stuff because I can't do it until July 2nd. So it is what it is. Oh, well. We're going to share it anyway. We're going to kick ass in the views. It's going to happen. That's that. I mean, political talk always got you. It always gets you. Whatever. People are stupid. By the way, me and Philly 500, when the Democratic debate comes on, July 30th and 31st, we are going to watch that together, and we are going to critique the shit out of it because people love talking about politics, and it's going to be funny. These episodes are for you guys. The Let's Talk About episodes, this new segment on my channel is for you guys, all right? It's fun. You guys make the show. It's something I started up. I'm going to have like 1,000 episodes when it's all said and done. Let's get back to these comments before Tom says something else. All right, so what position does Josh Richardson play? Good question. I don't know. I'm going to look that up right now as I'm on the computer. Josh Richardson, all right, because, losing Jimmy Butler sucks, guys, but what are you going to do? We all knew he was gone the last 2 days, so, all right, I'm going to look. Josh Richardson is a shooting guard / small forward. So it's a good signing. It's a good sign and trade if we do acquire him. I don't know who we got back yet, but let me see what Tom said real quick. I got to listen to this. Hopefully YouTube doesn't catch it, so I catch one. Yeah. All right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Tom. All right, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, so it's breaking news. CBS Sports, Miami Heat acquire 4-time All-Star Jimmy Butler, 4-year deal. Hold on for 1 second. Yo, guys, Jimmy Butler was acquired for a 4-year deal. Wasn't his problem not getting the 5th year? Now I'm a little heated because didn't he want a 5th year and end his career with a team that was going to win? What the fuck does Miami have to offer? Like, I'm sorry, guys. This pisses me off. This pisses me off just a little bit because what does Miami have to offer? What do they have to offer? They don't have a good team. They don't have a good team at all. And Jimmy Butler's going to be 30 years old. Like, why wouldn't he resign with Philadelphia 76? I don't get this at all. Like, it's weird to me. Like, Man, what the hell? All right, Rob says I'll read more of your comments. All right, Rob says, let's go to the bar. I'm so pissed off right now. That's the last place I want to be, Rob, because I'll get even more angry. Richardson is a scrub. Rob says, I don't think Richardson's a scrub. I mean, I watched him play a couple of games. He's definitely not Jimmy Butler, but, maybe we'll put a good team together. Who fucking knows? Joseph Serini says, no Reddick, no Butler. Damn, but we did get Al Horford. So, I don't know. Tom's not at my house. He's in Georgia for a baseball tournament. Overpaid for Horford and Harris. You know what? We did overpay for Harris. I'm not so much going to say Horford because Horford killed us for years. And, I'm okay with the Horford signing. I'm okay with that. I still think we have a decent team, but not a championship team. That's what really bothers me, to be honest with you, because we had a championship-like team, and all we had to do was get a bench. And now it's just a little weird to me. It's a little weird because, you see, I guess you brought back Mike Scott for like $9 million. It's 4.5 a year, but it's like, what did you really do? You got rid of a great all-star in Jimmy Butler, someone who cleaned up for Ben Simmons and is a complete mess. I just don't get what the Sixers are trying to do here. I really don't. But you know what? Whatever. I'm a Sixers fan for life. It is what it is. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna listen to this fucking message from Tom. Yeah, I don't. It's just, we'll see. Tom, we'll see what happens. It's just weird because we had a championship caliber team, and we only needed to add a bench, and I thought that's what we were gonna do. And I don't know. I don't know. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Maybe Tom will make an appearance on the Sports House tomorrow, ATD Radio. I don't know. I'm a little dumbfounded right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Anyone can make the finals this year. Cameron H says, that's true. For the first time in forever, that is true. Bro Sport, let me read some comments that I can fit. Hold on 1 second. Richardson is good, though. Mike Moran says, I don't know much about the guy. I don't know enough about Richardson to say he's good or he's not. We just lost an all-star. So maybe I'll look at film after I'm done with this episode, but I just don't know. Joseph Serenian says, I'm glad we saw Mike Scott. This bench needs improvement. He's not a great player. He's a good player off the bench, but we still need a lot of bench talent because last year that was our big flaw. MC Philly says, was subscribed to Butler on YouTube and followed on Instagram. Unsubscribed by Butler. I'm about to do the same. This makes no sense. Did he just not want to play here? I don't get it. Because if you didn't want to play here, why would you go to Miami? I guess it's good weather down there, but do you really not care about the game of basketball anymore? Because they have nothing to offer down there. Literally nothing. Boys for Life just said, the East just got tougher. Not really. If you think about it, yeah, the Nets signed KD and Kyrie, but they're only going to have Kyrie this year. Jimmy Butler went to the Heat, but they don't really have anything to offer. So how did it get tougher? I still think that we can easily be a top 3 seed. Even with Al Horford, the Al Horford signing, I still think we could be a top 3 seed. It's weird right now. It's just so it's confusing to me right now, so I don't know what to make of it. Boys for Life says, dude, with Leonard in Toronto and KD and Irving going to the Nets, I'm going to stop you right there. Leonard isn't staying in Toronto. All right? He's not going back to Toronto. He's either going to go to LA or I think he's going to go to LA, the Clippers or the Lakers. Those are the 2 destinations. I don't think he's staying in Toronto. That's just my personal opinion, and I don't know. I mean, I'm just so confused right now. So fucking confused right now. We have some comments down here. All right. Hunter Thompson says Richardson is a dog on defense. I don't know enough about him. I got to look at film. I'm going to look at film when I calm down and end this episode whenever I end it. Austin P. Fun says 109 for Horford and 150-ish for Embiid when time comes is a lot of money invested in your post. Yes, but Embiid is our unicorn. Embiid is our guy. And honestly, I wouldn't trade Embiid for anything. Embiid is our man. He really is. As a Raptors fan, I hated seeing the ball in Jimmy's hands and JJ. Thank you so much, Colin, because it hurts. It hurts. It hurts losing Jimmy. It really does. I'm not even like I'm happy. I guess I'm happy about the Al Horford signing because we don't have to deal with him anymore, facing him. But losing Jimmy Butler hurts, man. Like it really does because Jimmy Butler was the kind of player I always like on all my sports teams. Jimmy Butler was a clutch guy. He was our best player in the postseason, and it wasn't even close. The guy made that clutch shot at the end of Game 7 against the Raptors. Unfortunately, Kawhi Leonard hit a buzzer beater the next time down the court, but Jimmy Butler tied the game. In the very closing seconds. He's going to be missed because I love clutch athletes, and he was definitely a clutch athlete, and I just don't understand why he wouldn't come back. It hurts. I'm not going to. It hurts. It really does. Your so typical says just after I finished the previous stream with Philly 500, I joined up. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of these episodes. Philly 500 is going to be on here a lot during these episodes. I'll be bringing on special guests every single week. And this, like I said, this is your guys' show. If you're new in here, smash that thumbs up button. Click subscribe. This is your guys' show. This is for you guys. Whatever you ask, I will go deep in. I will go deep into depth. All right, of what I think. Eagles 01 says he chose the Miami culture over winning a championship. I agree. He enjoyed that life. He enjoyed that party life. He enjoyed the nice weather. He enjoyed the, I guess, beautiful girls. He enjoyed everything. He picked Miami and the culture over winning basketball games. That's just how I say it. And if you say he didn't, I don't know what else you want me to say because I'll read you off something right now. I'm big onto Vegas odds. I am huge on the Vegas odds. And right now, as it stands, all right, for what is it? The Miami Heat to win the championship, it plus 10,000. All right, that means if you risked $100 and they won the championship, you would win $10,000. Now, let me ask you a question: is Vegas that stupid? Is Vegas that stupid? Answer me that question. Are they that stupid? They're not. So the odds just went up a little bit when we re-signed Al Horford. Well, not re-signed him, signed him. We were at a plus 1,600. Now we're at a plus 1,400. All right, so our odds moved a little bit, 200 points. So that's telling, I guess. So as it stands right now, we are the 7th best team in the league when it comes to Vegas odds. Right now, as it stands, after the Al Horford signing. So that's a little bit telling to me. So maybe he'll be a bigger asset than Jimmy Butler. I highly doubt it, but who knows? We'll see what happens. I hope so because I want the Sixers to do well. If you're not making the playoffs, Grozga, yeah, it's talking Eagles. That's for a different day, buddy. The Knicks took a huge L, but who didn't see that coming? I told my buddy on the Sports Hounds on ATD Radio, Mondays at 8 p.m., that the Knicks weren't going to get anybody because of that asshole James Dolan. Like, who's going to want to play for that guy? Nobody's going to want to play for that guy. He's an asshole. He's not the right owner to run that team. Nobody likes him. He kicked a fan out for the fan voices in his opinion for him to sell the team. He kicked him out for life. Like, if you're a billionaire, the last thing on your mind should be a fan that has $200 in his pocket. That's the last thing that's got to be on your mind. And as an owner, you got to be tough-minded. And that's not tough-minded there. The guy's just a prick. And I'm glad that they didn't get anyone because honestly, fuck him. Like, fuck him. Seriously. Jay Heat 2 Rich said, let's go. I called this. I said it last night. I'm happy. I like Jason Richardson as a Heat fan, good shooter, young, nice contract. There you go. Heat fan saying he's a good player. I'm for it. Congrats to Jimmy Butler, man. Have fun with him because you guys don't have a team. No offense. Nets super team, not yet. They need KD back. They need to get him healthy, and he's going to miss a year, so I'm not going to say yet. How you feel about New York? Which one, the Nets or the Knicks? Because there's nothing to say about the Knicks. They're ass. They're complete ass. They're never going to be good. Desert Eagle says, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I'm with you. Boys for Life, I want to hear 500 thoughts on this because I was going to bring on 500, but he's doing something for work, so I was ready to bring him back on. Maybe I'll have a special third episode later. I don't know, but this was kind of breaking, so I had to do it right now. MC Philly said, do you think Sixers championship window is closing? No, it's just beginning. It's just beginning, honestly. Our players are young, and whether we like it or not, Butler's gone, Horford's in, so whatever. So Premier said, sup, Nitro, I like the Horford signing. I don't disagree with it either. I really don't. But losing Jimmy Butler still sucks. I didn't want to lose Jimmy. I really didn't. Um, but yeah, whatever. Why Horford and Embiid? I guess you know what? I'm not against the Horford sign. Maybe when my mind clears a little bit, I'll realize it a little bit more. But right now, I'm just like so confused. I have to like sleep on it to really like it. Yeah, two centers. Horford will perform. I agree. Bondi Sports Network says that's why the Rangers are trash because of James. He's just a bad owner. He's a terrible owner. He's just fucking horrible. No free agent wanted to go to the Clippers. Tommy Lee says that brings up another thing. Kawhi Leonard said he wanted to pair up with Jimmy Butler and go to the Clippers. Why wouldn't you pair up with Jimmy Butler and come to the Philadelphia 76ers, who have been in the playoffs the last 2 seasons and have a young nucleus that can prove they can win in the postseason? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you want to go to a franchise that has never won a title? Like, I don't understand that. Like, can someone try to please explain that to me? I don't understand it. I really don't. I'm sorry. Just try to put two and two together. I just don't understand it. Oh, let's see. No cap. Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, people were talking about the Spurs. And Edog87 says, I just don't understand Elton Brand's thinking. You don't give a max to a guy who's 30 for 80 million more than you spend on the 33-year-old for 4 years who's going to be 37 by the end of the contract. You know what? The position that Al Horford plays, though, it's not really the much needy position. It's a center position. It's not like you really have to run a whole lot. It's not like you have to like do a lot of work, like dribbling and stuff like that. So, they age a lot longer than your average point guard does or your shooting guard does. But yeah, it's still, I guess I understand what you're saying, but it's better to have the guy on our team than to go against him. The guy always killed us. So I'm for the signing, to be honest with you. But like I said, losing Jimmy Butler sucks. It sucks. It's terrible. But what are you going to do? Blades and Shade says, why would Kawhi join the 76ers? He literally destroyed them in the playoffs and made Embiid cry. That's exactly why he would join the 76ers. Because when you see a player that cries like Joel Embiid did, and it literally took 2 bounces and, I think it was 4 bounces and went in, that was a team that almost beat you. If they beat you, you wouldn't have won a championship. Why wouldn't you want to come here? You join that team. You're winning multiple championships. You are. And that's just the facts. That's it. That's the facts. Mike Moran says, I'm hoping Kawhi makes his decision soon. I don't care. He can make his decision tomorrow, tonight. I don't care. I really don't give a shit. My fucking asshole friend is asking me my thoughts on my Sixers. Horford's a good sign, I guess. Yeah, he's a good signing. I mean, I have no problem with it. I don't have a problem with the Horford signing. He's not going to the Lakers, so stop dreaming. He could. I mean, he really could. They opened up a 3rd max slot, and, they're looking like they're going for the championship this year. So I'll never say never to the whole Kawhi Leonard going to the Lakers dream. You can't. You can't exclude it. Unfortunately, everyone hates the Lakers, but yeah, you can't exclude it. But I want your guys' thoughts and your opinions on this whole night and how it transpired, because it all came at us at pretty much once. We got the news that Jimmy Butler's going away. He's going down to South Beach. And we got the news that we signed Al Horford literally 5 minutes apart. So it came to me all at once. And I'm trying to digest it, and it's taking a long time to digest it because I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. But yeah, if there's any new people in here, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're already not, share the stream if you can. And yeah, this is episode 2 of Let's Talk, a segment made for you guys. So yeah, fuck, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. Joseph Siren, he says, we need to improve the fucking bench. That's why we lost Game 7. Ibaka killed us. The small things are what cost us that game. Well said. Well said. And you know what? The problem is the small things cost us that game, but did we really upgrade our bench? We brought back Mike Scott. We're going to get rid of TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell sucks. TJ McConnell sucks. I'm glad he's going away. Mike Moran says, where's he going to go then? Coming to LA makes sense in the world. Yeah, he might go to LA, but it might not be for the Lakers. It might be for the Clippers because Doc Rivers has a good thing going there. You know, I think it's going to be the Clippers. So I'm dumbfounded right now. I really am. I don't know what to think of it. What do I think about the Bucks? I know they just paid Middleton. What was it? 160 over 5 years. That's way too much for Middleton. Way too much. But then again, the Sixers overpaid Tobias, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like I'm so confused right now. I really am. I really am. Let me see if there's anything up here because I think I missed some. I think I missed some comments. I'll try to read them off. I think to get finals. I don't really know. I mean, I definitely missed some, but whatever. Jimmy's trade is a three-way. Let me see real quick. I gotta look at the details on that trade real quick. Jimmy Butler trade. Let's see. Jimmy Butler trade. Okay, let's check it out. So, I don't know all the details right now, but they said 33 minutes ago that he traded, obviously. And yeah, Adrian Wojnarowski is saying that Sixers have transformed their roster once again. They do it every year. They do it every single fucking year. The details on Horford's contract is $97 million guaranteed, $12 million in bonuses tied to championships. So I like that. You make $12 million more if you win championships. I'm all right with that. I still don't have details on. Yes, I do actually. All right. Miami is finalizing a sign and trade with Philadelphia to acquire Jimmy Butler. The deal will include Josh Richardson to the 76ers. So we get Josh Richardson. So we have acquired within the last hour Al Horford and Josh Richardson for basically Jimmy Butler. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens because there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. We're Sixers fans just going along with the ride. But what I'm going to say right now is don't give up on this franchise. You know, I was really pissed off earlier. Don't give up on this franchise because they didn't just dump a player off and not add anybody. They added somebody almost immediately. And that shows me that they're not in it to just lose out on a player and just give up. They're in it to win it. And I love Alton Brandford going to get Horford right after we gave up Butler. Is Horford as good as Butler? No, he's not. But he got someone to replace him. That's all I care about right now. And he did a really good job because he knew Jimmy Butler wasn't coming back. So he got someone to replace him immediately. Hopefully no one's freaking out as much as I was before. And I honestly think that the Sixers are going to be all right. I do. I really do. I just have to sleep on it. I got to watch film on Josh Richardson because I want to see how he plays the game. I haven't seen much of him at all, if anything, out of Josh Richardson. So I have to look. He's a shooting guard. I have to look. I am excited for new players always, though. Stephen A. Smith is salty. Salty. I don't know if you saw his video on Twitter. I haven't. I can only imagine because Stephen A. Smith thought that they were getting Kyrie, Zion, and KD, and they ended up with none of them. So I can't say I'm not shocked, but I'm happy. I hate the Knicks. So it is what it is. I'm not going to say their fans suck because, you know, their fans are some of the most loyal in the NBA. But at the same time, fuck the owner. You know, the owner is a piece of shit scumbag. So whatever. Joseph Sirani says, Josh is a shooting guard. Yeah, he will start because Redick is in New Orleans. I'm all right with that. I wasn't a big fan of Redick to begin with, and this is what I'm going to dive into. And that was a great comment, by the way, because I like diving into comments. Redick was a very good shooter, all right? But he was also very hit or miss. And you either relied on his jump shot to go in. You literally relied on his jump shot and his jump shot only because he had no defense, all right? And bringing in Josh Richardson, who probably plays a lot better defense than Redick did, is a plus. Because Redick signed with New Orleans, I think it was 2 years and $26.5 million. Like, who's going to give you that money at that age? Who's just a shooter and has no defense? Like, bye, Felicia. Like, nobody, we're not going to sign you for that money. He wanted to stay here and expect that signing? No way. Get the hell out of here. I'd rather have Josh Richardson, an unknown. Like, I really would. And I'm saying he's an unknown because I haven't seen him. You know, Josh Richardson apparently is an all defender. He's an all NBA defender. We need defense. and the more I think about it, maybe is a good signing. Maybe it is. And I'm just going AWOL right now. If you're new to the stream, if you're new to the episodes, smash that thumbs up button, share the stream, subscribe if you're not already. These episodes are going to come probably twice a week because I'm having fun with them. This is your guys' show. You ask whatever you want, you put down whatever you want, and I answer it. I go into depth. This is your guys' show, like I said. All right, I'm just along for the ride. Patriots fan 12 says Redick was a poor man's Ray Allen. I agree. He was. He was everything Ray Allen was, except for the defense. Whatever. I was never a huge fan of Redick. Never a huge fan of Redick. Nicholas Paz says the Brooklyn Nets are going to be the team to beat in the East now. Not next year. Maybe the year after. Because D'Angelo Russell's going out. Kyrie's coming in. Kyrie didn't really do well with Boston at all last year. He didn't mesh. And KD's not going to play next year. So right now they're not going to be the team to beat. We're still better than the Nets right now. Joseph Sirianni says all of this is going down and Ben is still developing. Trust the process. If Ben gets a jump shot, he'll be a top 5 player. But that's why I get so agitated with Ben Simmons because he doesn't even shoot the ball. He doesn't even attempt it. He's a point guard, and he has no made three-pointers for his career. That's concerning. So if he develops a jump shot, we'll see. But right now, he's just a very irritating player to watch. eDog87 says, we ganging on defense, but we lost on offense. I just don't see progression there, man. Well, to me, defense is always better than offense. Always. Football, basketball, hockey, you name it. I feel like defense is a lot more important than offense all the time. Now, you do have to put the ball in the basket. I understand that. But we have a decent amount of shooters on this team. We just re-signed Tobias Harris. We got Josh Richardson, who has a decent jump shot, according to you guys. Joel Embiid can shoot from anywhere. Ben Simmons can't shoot, so that's out. That's a nix. Al Horford, he can shoot. He killed us for years. So we have shooters on this team, and we just upgraded on defense. So the more I think about it, the more I kind of like it, to be honest with you, because we didn't have any defense last year. Tobias will be an all-star. He should. I think he was already, wasn't he? Steelers fan 19 says, what's up, Nitro? What's up, buddy? You're always in here. I'll give you a mod. I'll give you a moderator stick because you're always in here. Gangrene David, Jets fan, talking some shit the other day on Twitter, saying if they beat us this year, he had 2 facial reactions of Joey Shakes and Desert Eagle. If the Jets beat us, they won't beat us. They never will. The Jets are a bitch, and that's how it always will be. But I like the enthusiasm, Gangrene David. Let me see. Do you think Mega asks, do you think we ganged more on defense than we lost on offense? I think we ganged more on defense than we lost on offense. I still think we could shoot the ball. We had no defense last year. Like, none. We had no defense. So now that I think about it, the more I like it. I really do. I do. I do like it. I'm not going to lie. Evening, fellas. What's up, Vester? How you doing? Sam the Kid says, Josh Richardson could be a great role player. Listen, that's what everyone's saying. So I'll go with it. I have to look at film. Like I said, I have to look at film on Josh Richardson before I could say my final thoughts on the guy because I don't want to be tough for no reason, you know? Gangrene David says, that's some harsh words right there, Kyle. Laugh out loud. I never said we were going to win. That's smart then because you know that you've never beaten us. I think we're 9-0 in our franchise's history. He said, if we find a way to win. Well, if you do find a way to win in the Link, in Philly, at the prime part of the year, at the beginning of the season when no one loses when they're a good team, I'll give you credit. I just don't see it. Are you happy about this new team? I'm not. I'm disappointed we lost Jimmy Butler. I'm still disappointed we lost Jimmy Butler. But as soon as I started the stream, we got Al Horford. So my frown went upside down pretty quickly. To be honest with you, it's like kind of in the middle. It wasn't like overwhelmingly joyous, but we did get a player in return, kind of. So I mean, whatever. Gangrene David says, but do you think Tobias got overpaid? Yes, vastly overpaid. Sixers starting five looking beast. It always does, but we'll see what happens. Al Horford could go back to the power forward. Joel's main kryptonite is with us. He was the real reason Boston kicked our ass every single year. Yeah, it's exactly. Al Horford killed us every single year. So I like the pickup. I can't be displeased with the pickup. I can't. Defense wins championships. I agree. Gangrene David said, I think Tobias got overpaid. I heard he got paid more than Kyrie. He did. He got paid more than Kyrie, but Kyrie has 4 years. Tobias has 5. So that's why, in the grand scheme of things, Tobias got paid more. I don't think he got paid more, actually. He's getting more. He's getting less money every single year. So I think Kyrie's getting paid more, actually. Eric of Steel says, we got Kemba, so excited to see what he can do for us. I think, honestly, in my honest opinion, I think Kemba's better than Kyrie Irving. So that might work out for Boston. But we have your guy now, so I can't be displeased with that. I cannot be displeased with that. He asked me a question. I don't really want to answer that right now because he's a fucking dickhead. My friend's just trying to rattle up shit with me right now when it comes to the Sixers. I'm not having it. Because I'm not going to say whether it's a bad thing or it's a good thing right now because we got a good player in place of a really great player. So I'm not gonna go off the hinges, rails, whatever you want me to, Zomp, because I'm just not gonna do it. Gangrene says, I think the Sixers want Tobias to continue to grow as a Sixers player. It's a solid possibility he could live up to the value of that contract. The only problem I have with that is Gangrene is that the guy was tossed around in this league like 6 times. And he landed with us, and he did pretty well, but at the same time, in the playoffs, he didn't show up. And that's the big problem I have with the signing. But you kind of had to sign him, I guess, because you had to sign one of them, either Tobias Harris or Jimmy Butler, because you couldn't let them both walk because then it would have looked really bad. So I guess you had to sign one of them, and we ended up signing the guy that I thought was going to leave. So what the hell do I know? Who do I think is a better team, the Sixers or the Eagles? I don't know. Probably the Eagles right now. Butler wants to build a team around him. Well, it's going to take a couple years because Miami doesn't have much. I hate to break it to you. Do I think Jimmy Butler will make the Heat better? Yes, I do. But they're still not going to do anything down there. They're not going to do anything, you know. Gangrene says, I did not see that Tobias deal coming. I can't stand basketball, though, right now. James Dolan makes the Jets look good. I thought you liked the Nets. I saw on Facebook that you liked the Nets. Because I was thinking in the back of my head, I thought you were going crazy with the whole signings and whatnot. But if you're a Knicks fan, you should just stop watching basketball. You really should, because the Knicks aren't going to be anything anytime soon, unless you nail a lottery pick next year. They're not going to be. They're just not going to be. And it's the sad truth. And I'm saying sad truth because I've never seen an organization run as poorly as the New York Knicks. I've never seen it in my life. And I'm supposed to hate the New York Knicks, but it's just like common sense. It's common sense the way that the Knicks run the organization, and they can't do it right. It's weird. eDog87 says, Butler wanted that money and the Sixers are cheap. No, I'm hearing that he wanted 5 years and they were only going to give him 4. Because here's the crazy part about Butler. Butler said he was going to retire in his mid-30s. He's going to be 30 this year. So he wanted 5 years to end his career. But what if he had second guesses and he wanted to retire a year early? You know what I'm saying? So they were thinking in the back of their mind, they probably remembered that he wanted to retire in his mid to early 30s. And they were thinking that maybe one day he's not going to want to play anymore. And then we're fucked. You know what I'm saying? So why not just cut our losses now and try to find someone else? Now it's actually coming back to me, because when he said that, it actually kind of makes sense, because why wouldn't you cut your losses now, try to get more pieces on this team to make it more of a team, and just say goodbye to Jimmy Butler because you don't know if he's going to want to play basketball in a couple years? Because now that I think about it, him wanting to go to Miami over Philadelphia kind of makes sense because you'd rather enjoy the life than playing basketball and winning the game. Now that I think about it, kind of makes sense. I'm not going to lie to you. He says he's a Knicks fan. Sadly, I could have swore you were a Nets fan, Gangrene. I could have swore. All right. So Michael, let me see. Michael the Goldfish says a pretty wordy response here. Fuck James Dolan. If the Rangers won the cup or the Knicks, he would give a speech of how well the ratings were in the playoffs, but not say shit about the team. It's accurate. He's one of those owners. I know. It's bad. Dude, Gangrene, everyone loves basketball. I love basketball. I played basketball. I loved it. And the thing is I waited so long for the Sixers to be relevant again. Now, thank God we got Al Horford. We can continue to go to the playoffs and see what happens. But losing Jimmy Butler did suck. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie at all. I feel for David and Bad Dog. I feel for David. I don't feel so bad for Bad Dog, to be honest with you. Like, no offense. I just don't. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't feel bad for Bad Dog. Bad Dog's doing a good thing on his channel. Bad Dog will be just fine. He has a family. He's doing good on his channel. He doesn't need basketball. He's invested in the Giants. I don't feel bad for Bad Dog. I feel bad for David because he's a 19-year-old kid in college, relies on sports for his everyday life, and the Knicks are fucking him once again. So I feel more bad for Gangrene David than I do for Bad Dog. Bad Dog will be just fine. Bonnie Sports Network says Pat Bolin is a way better owner than Jerry Jones. I mean, everyone's a better owner than Jerry Jones, besides James Dolan. Let me see what else is here. There's a lot flying in. Thanks, guys. Gangrene David says, it's okay. At least I can look forward to football. Hey, it's only 2 months away. They're the same. Okay. I'm trying to talk basketball here. I'm trying to not go off the rails. Kind of hard to hate the Knicks. I just feel bad for them. Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to hate the Knicks, and I can't really hate on them because I look at the fans, and, they don't really talk crap anymore because they're just a dumpster fire. They're a dumpster fire every year, and it doesn't look like your team's going to turn around for the good at any point because they were supposed to get the number 1 pick this year, and the percentages changed because of us losing on purpose. I hate to admit that, and they got fucked. They got R.J. Barrett, who is a special player, but at the same time, he's no Zion. He's no Zion. Steelers friendship, Jack, no. Gangrene David says, thanks, dude. I just turned 20, though, not too long ago. 2019, same thing. You're still under 21. You still can't drink, so it's all the same shit to me. But happy birthday. Okay. Let me see something. Eric of Steel says, Derek's a good dude. I try to pop in every single stream. Yeah, he does a lot of streams. He does it on the weekends when I'm working. Well, sometimes I'm working. Sometimes I try to pop into him, but yeah, he's a good guy. Go sub him up, Gangrene David, Jets fan. Premier 23 says, I think it was for the better that we lost Jimmy since he probably got a lot better on the bench, and he's getting old. It still sucks, nevertheless, but it might have been for the better. That's what I was just saying. It might have been for the better. It really might have been because he was saying that he wanted to retire in his mid-30s. So it definitely might have been for the better, They said the Knicks are the NBA's glue factory. That's funny. Kyle, think about it. That our Yankees are tied with the Dodgers for the best team in base record in baseball right now. The Yankees are head and shoulders better than everyone else. I'll just say it right here, right now. They are. I'm just like I'm more like into the whole basketball talk right now because the Yankees are just so good. I don't see anyone beating them. And when they get a pitcher, it's like they can win 120 games. So it's like it's kind of easy for me to talk about baseball right now. So I'm looking more for a challenge, and this whole free agency period is just more of a challenge. So it's just what happened today was just it was a mind fuck when it came to free agency. I'm just glad that the Yankees beat the Red Sox again. Okay, let me see. Okay. David make me feel old. I turn 25 next month. I'm 26. So, I don't feel old at all, honestly. When I get to 30, I'll be like, I won't like it as much because 30 is like, who the fuck wants to be 30? It's just a boring age. It just seems like a boring age. B-Ball 33 says, This move doesn't make any sense for Jimmy. He's a free agent. Katie and Kyrie championship upcoming soon. It doesn't make any sense for Jimmy, which leads me back to the point I was just saying. Maybe he's not really invested in the basketball anymore. Maybe he just wants to live his life and make money. That's just how I see it. By the way, for the new people in here, this is a new segment I started last night. It's Let's Talk About It. This is episode 2. We're talking about Jimmy Butler leaving and us acquiring Al Horford, our new acquisition on the Philadelphia 76ers. I will be doing episodes twice every week. This is very interactive. I read your comments and I go into depth. If I see a comment I really like, I'll go really into depth about it. I'll try to read as much as I can. But if some of them are just like, hi, what's up, and stuff like that, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm probably going to skim over those because I'm trying to get to the comments. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what makes the show. You guys make the shows. I'm not trying to make them 2 hours long. They're usually going to be like an hour long. But there will be a lot of episodes every single week about topics. It could be about sports, politics, whatever. I'm going to go off the rail with these because it's a segment that I'll absolutely love. Like I was just saying, me and Philly 500, when the Democratic Convention comes up at the end of July, we are going to watch the Democratic Convention together. We're going to laugh at it. We're going to critique it. We're going to see what they're saying. We'll go into depth, because that's what this segment's all about. It's about you guys. And that's probably going to be a shit show, but it'll be fun nonetheless. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. There will be episodes every single week, 2 at least. And just smash that thumbs up button. It makes me feel great. And let me get back to some of these comments. I can't really talk about football right now. I can't do it. Knicks just signed Julius Randle. It's a good signing, but that's a place where athletes go to die, unfortunately. Julius Randle is going to not – I mean, he should do well there, but would you blame him if he didn't do well there? Because if you go to the Knicks, you pretty much die. You just do. It's just how it is. And Gangrene David said, I would love to collab with you soon. Join me on an episode. 3 or 4 this week. Join me on an episode. You pick the one. Come on. We'll talk about what's happening in that current day or during the week. We'll talk about it. We'll read the comments. Go into depth in these. I'm bringing on at least one video maker every single week. So if you want to come on, you definitely can. It might not necessarily even be about football. It might just be about baseball, basketball, or fucking whatever. Like, this segment's just a throw around. I don't know what Philly 500. I don't really talk politics when it comes to other people's views because they'll say for themselves or they won't. It's none of my business. But Philly 500 and I were talking for a good hour off air, and he's a very good guy. He's a very good friend, actually. He's a very good guy. And, I'm going to be happy to have him on a lot of these episodes because, he's a very good guy off camera and on camera, actually. Talking about football. You have me. Yeah, Dave, you're free to come on whenever you want. Like, I'm looking to have a video maker on every single week. Like, that's just my plan. That's what I'm trying to do with the segment. I'm trying to have like 100 episodes by the time the year's out. That's just my shtick now. Primarily about football. Yeah, I mean, I know you're a football guy. We could talk football. We could talk whatever. But if there's a comment in the comment section that someone wants to ask that's like completely off the rails, that's what this show's all about. So I'll ask you what you think about that, I guess, and then you can answer, or you don't have to. It is what it is. That's just what the whole thing's about. Toronto sports was the worst in North America until the Raptors won. The Raptors won because of a lucky bounce. I hate to break it to you. Bogdanovic signed with the Jazz. Yeah, I saw that earlier. David said, could talk a little bit about UFC, though. Been trying to get into UFC a lot more. Watch the card this weekend. John Jones versus Santos. Watch the card. Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm. I will be at that fight. I will be in Las Vegas this weekend at that fight. I cannot wait for that card. That card is going to be epic. I will actually be doing an episode in Vegas, believe it or not. So that should be pretty awesome. Same with the Eagles, my friends. Bears double doink. Yeah, exactly. We got the Bears with the double doink, and the Toronto Raptors got us with the quadruple doink. So it happens. It does happen, but whatever. Hornets are paying Terry Rozier $20 million a year. Not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Knicks fans are the 2017 Browns now. I don't think Knicks fans have ever stopped being supporters of a trash organization. I mean, just because you make the playoffs doesn't mean that you're going to be a good franchise. You have to at least be in contention to win the championship, in my opinion. They haven't. Are the Flyers making the playoffs this year? I hope so, man. It's been I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of year in and year out, the Flyers picking up all these pieces and not doing shit with it. I'm sick and tired of it. But that's the Flyers for you. That is the Flyers for you. We have about 9 more minutes of this episode left. So whatever you guys want to ask me, go for it. It's your show. Gangrene David said, the MSG is still relatively full for games. The one game I went to this year was pretty full. That's because it's MSG. That's because it's New York. It's a big blob in the middle of everything. It's a hot attraction, even if the teams suck. Those seats are always going to be filled, no matter what, because it's New York City. If you go to the Wells Fargo and the team sucks, you have to go out of your way to get to those games. So it's not going to be as full, ever. Sorry. Have I gone to any Yankees games this year? Yeah, I've been to 3 so far. I went to opening day versus Baltimore. I went to the Houston game last week, and I went to a Red Sox game at the beginning of the year. All highly entertaining. Wells Fargo is nice. I actually sat in a suite there. I always sit in the box. Well, I sit in the club boxes there. They're a little bit different from the suites, but that's pretty cool, Dave. Simmons is going to be better than Giannis. He should be, but he's got to get the jump shot. It's his 4th year. He's got to put on his big boy pants to take his fucking Pampers off and turn into a star that we thought he was going to turn into a long time ago. So it's just Ben's got to fucking mature. He's got to mature now. I got to get out to Yankee games soon. I haven't went this year because of personal reasons. Fix your personal reasons, man. They're more important. Sports can wait. If you're not feeling right, this is what I always say, Dave. All right, and this goes for everyone. If you're not feeling right mentally in the head, fix your personal reasons, personal problems before you get on camera. I've learned this a lot in my past, and I've screwed up with it. All right, and I've climbed the mountain, I've climbed the hill. But if you have personal problems, it's better that you just leave it aside and deal with it. Just deal with it and don't get on camera. That's just the one thing, because personal problems can really get to your head. I don't know exactly what you were dealing with. None of my business. But if it's bad, I'll be there for you, buddy. So just, if you ever need anything, just you on my Facebook, just message me, whatever. I'll be there for you. Philly Podcast says, dude, I went to Yankee Stadium for the first time last week versus Houston. Great atmosphere. Still a Phils fan, though. Hey, listen, Yankee Stadium is electric, especially in October, which we'll be in again this year. But the Phillies won today. They beat the Marlins. I think it was 12-6, 10-6. I think they won. They avoided getting swept, so that was good for you guys. I always I'm not a Phillies fan, but I'll always be someone that looks out for that team because they're in the area. So, yeah. Philly Podcast says, yeah, going back July 17th versus Tampa. Yeah, that's cool, man. Go to as many games as you can. The negative Jets fan. Yankee Stadium is cool. I went for the Subway Series a while back. Yeah, dude, Yankee Stadium's awesome. It's loud too. Do I go to Phillies games? Absolutely. I love the sport of baseball. I went to a game a couple weeks ago with my friend Rob. It was Cardinals versus Phillies. Cardinals were up 3-0, and the Phillies came back to win that game. I'll go to baseball games for days. It doesn't matter if they're my team or not. I'll go just because they're fun. The same way I respect how the Yankees. The Yankees are just they're rich. They're rich in history, man, and they're just winners. So I can understand why people don't like them because they want to see other teams win. But the fact of the matter is, the Yankees haven't won in 10 years, so it's kind of been a long time. Who's my favorite player on the Yankees? It's Didi Gregorius. That's my favorite player. Didi is fucking awesome, and in some ways, this might ruffle some feathers, but I think Didi is a little bit better than Jeter. Believe it or not, I think he has a better glove. I think he has a better swing, but he can't stay on the field, and he doesn't have the captain presence. That's the only thing. But player-wise, I think Didi Gregorius all around might be a little bit better than Jeter. To be completely honest with you. What Eagles games am I going to this year? I'm going to all of the home games premiere. All of the home games, and I'm going, I think, 3 road trips. The Negative Jets fan says, of course the Mets blew a game. Laugh out loud. They're terrible. I don't even feel like losing anymore at this point. I don't feel losing anymore at this point. I mean, it's better you do lose because you'll get a better draft pick. David says you have a lot of hot takes. I respect that. Listen, I say what I feel, and I feel what I say. It's just how it is. I love Derek Jeter. He's a great guy. Who doesn't like Derek Jeter? But when it comes to defense, Didi is definitely better on defense. 100% better on defense. Nicholas Paz says, "Are you gonna go to see the Eagles play the Dolphins this year in Miami?" It's something I have to think about. I'm not sure. Who will start a running back for the Eagles? It's running back by committee, in my opinion. On paper, it should be Howard because he has the veteran presence. But the problem is he can't run end zone to end zone. He's very slow when it comes to that. So you got to look at Sanders being the feature back. And he's a rookie, so we'll see. We will see. There's about 3 minutes left, guys. So get your comments in for episode 2, and we'll get crack-a-lackin'. If you're new to the stream, pound that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. New episodes twice a week, every single week. Let's talk about it. The segment is called Your Show. Your Show. Very interactive. Very interactive. Leonardo Sanchez says Heat are going to get bounced in the first round. I believe it. I still don't think they're that good. Do I like the London series? No. We won, but no. There's just the dimensions sucked. The field was terrible. Baseball doesn't belong in London. It just doesn't. It doesn't belong in London. It doesn't. And Celtics win in the East. I mean, they have a better chance now with Kemba Walker, but then again, they lost Horford. So you have to put that in perspective. Gangrene David says, I'll shoot you a message in regards coming on. Talking sports, I believe, gets my mind off. Yeah, dude. Whichever episode you want to come on, just shoot me a DM. And yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, definitely. The Hornets lost Jeremy Lamb to the Pacers. Yeah, my friend was telling me that on my way back from Hershey Park today. I went up there just for the day, because they have a lot of hills in that park, and I like to walk up hills. It's just a thing I like to do for cardio. So I went up there, had a great time today, got some sun, and yeah, got back from Hershey Park, and then I dealt with this nonsense. So, yep. Philly podcast says I think the Sox Yankees rivalry should stay in states. It takes some juju out of it when you take it out of the U.S. Yeah, it does. There was a lot of hitting though, so that was pretty dope. I'm not even gonna lie. Jack actually says something pretty interesting. Should we trade Ertz with Goddard right now? Well, I wouldn't trade Ertz. I just don't think Ertz is a tight end. I think he's a wide receiver that lines up as a tight end. All right, if that makes any sense. He doesn't block. He goes out for a bunch of out routes that are 10 yards or less. I don't really view him as a tight end. I view him, if you're going to call him a non-blocking tight end, then that's one thing. I've never really heard of that. Yeah, I think Goddard's a more pure tight end. I think Goddard's going to ball out this year. I really do. But yeah. Embiid or Anthony Davis, I'm going with my dude, JoJo. Have to go with JoJo. He's a unicorn. If he's healthy, he's probably the best center of the game, easily. There's 20 seconds left, so I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you guys for joining episode 2 of Let's Talk About It. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. I will be back probably on Tuesday to talk about something really random, or maybe it's not random. Maybe it's a hot topic. But thank you guys for joining. Always love talking to you guys, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, guys.